Hey guys.
Hi Internet! So today we're going to talk about medicine during World War I.
Alright.
Yeah.
Many things to talk about here. We have blood transfusions, gas, trench foot,
Ugh.
the Red Cross,
Yay!
amputations, pneumonia, and plastic surgery.
Yeah, I mean,
So-
if you heard that list on its own, you wouldn't think that they're all related to World War I.
But
Actually they are.
Alright, so first, let's talk about blood transfusions.
And how bad they were then.
Yeah, see, we didn't really know anything about the types of blood.
Or we knew some stuff, but not enough to keep mixed transfusions from happening that would ultimately kill people.
Yeah, what would happen is if you have a different type of blood, like, injected into you, the blood would start clotting and boom, heart attack, die.
Yeah, it wouldn't work out well. I mean,
Yeah.
You're already dying enough as it is. You don't need to die even more painfully.
Right.
Also, they weren't really good at delivering the blood then. They hadn't really figured out how to give it to you in the best way possible. And
Not healthy.
it was stressful. I mean, if you end up getting a blood transfusion, you want to be in a peaceful, relaxing environment so you can just be...
You want to feel like you're being healed.
But it's not going to necessarily happen.
Me.
It's not going to necessarily happen. Because, I mean, you're in the middle of a war. Things are going crazy. There's explosions everywhere. It's not exactly the most peaceful of environments. So blood transfusions went wrong most of the time. I mean, yeah, they did work sometimes. They saved people's lives, but they mostly went wrong.
Yeah, not a good thing.
No.
Okay. So, next we should talk about trench foot.
Trench foot.
Trench foot. Like we
Yeah.
said in our other video, it was caused by the trenches.
Go figure.
Go figure! and like pretty much the dirt and the water and the grossness and the bacteria just
And just the fact that you were standing in water
24/7.
all the time. Like, think about it, when you take a shower, you go in a pool, your hands get all weird and wrinkly and stuff. Well, it was like that perpetually. So they would actually rot their feet just by standing in the trenches.
Yeah.
Which is just gross.
Not a yummy feeling.
No. Not a yummy thought either.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Okay.
Couldn't really do anything about it. Amputation, I guess, which is another thing we can talk about. Yeah. So amputation, just as bad, because really gross conditions.
Yeah. So pretty much amputation is purpose loss of a limb. Where pretty much
Yeah.
people would use chainsaws to, like, cut off your arms and legs.
Not necessarily chainsaws. They did have saws, though,
Yeah.
and they were actually, at the time, getting better. Originally it was, you get your legs sawed off, oh, by the way, expect a ton of nerve damage and possible paralysis. Yeah. Really fun.
Okay.
Ugh. But now they actually had better saws that were more adapted to going around your nerves. I don't even know how that would work.
Yeah,
But
just
however
weird.
it worked, it
Yeah,
was
going through
a
your
bit
muscles,
better.
your bone. Ugh.
But no matter what, at least it was a bit better. Hopefully you wouldn't end up like that guy in Monty Python. Just that poor guy. Ugh.
She's only a flesh wound.
Exactly.
Okay. So on that note, pneumonia.
Oh, pneumonia. So we actually deal with pneumonia today. It
Yeah.
still exists.
I mean, it was obviously a lot easier to get it in the trench or just fighting in general because of the weather or
It's cold and
the
wet
wetness.
and wet
Moist.
and really wet still, and you're still standing waist deep or ankle deep or knee deep or however deep in water in
Yeah.
your trench.
Gets in your lungs, you have pneumonia.
Yeah,
Sorry.
try not to die, but you probably would.
It was the most common way to die, probably, I would
Yep.
say.
Yep.
Okay.
Also, we had plastic surgery, actually.
it's not the type that you're thinking. It's not like Heidi Montag, like, no.
It's not like, oh, we're going to reconstruct your face so that you look nicer.
No, like, these people like, had their parts of their face blown off. You want to look like a normal person, so...
Or attempt to.
Yeah.
Typically, it would be pilots who crashed while they were out, because this is one of the first times we actually had airplanes used in warfare. Like, one of the first times. And yeah, they weren't really useful, per se, other than, like, morale boost and, woo, kill one person! But they did crash, and sometimes they would get out of the crash, but they wouldn't have a face. So, therefore, plastic surgery. Yeah.
Alright. On a more happier note, we also created the American Organization of the Red Cross in 1917.
And they actually came over, they helped, they made things little bit better.
Yeah.
Just a little tiny bit.
Yeah, they helped with the blood transfusions, kind of. Well, I mean, it wasn't really helpful,
everything
but
else.
they did it, so...
They made sure that they could get some kind of medical aid going on during these wars.
Yeah.
Now,
Cool.
for finally, the
moment you've been all waiting for.
Gassing.
Woo!
So
Poison gas.
Yeah, as we said in an earlier video, poison gas was actually started to be used during this war, and there were 4 kind of types of gas. One of them was the ones that messed with your lungs, which just was a bad way to go.
Yeah.
The next one messed with your skin and just would mess with you, and even worse way to go. Then there are also kind of sneeze gases and stuff, things that would mess with your noses. Yeah. And tear gas. So the tear gas was benzylbromide. That's a big word. Benzylbromide.
Bromide.
Yeah, benzylbromide. And it was a tear gas.
Made you cry a lot, and you
couldn't see
Yeah.
to shoot, and it was just bad.
It had long-term effects on your vision as well. It could lead to blindness even. Not a good thing.
Bad idea.
Yeah. Next one, sneezing gas, which is diphenylchlorothene.
Diphenylchlorothene. Big words.
Try saying that 5 times fast.
Diphenylchlorothene. I can't do this.
Good attempt. Good attempt.
Yeah.
A for effort.
So, the thing is, why they had sneeze gas? Well, why would you even want sneeze gas? It was because everybody had their gas masks. That's one of the first times we had our creepy gas masks.
You pretty much... Okay, these things, they look like an elephant. Like, we'll show you a picture right now.
Yes.
So...
Gas mask.
Yeah.
And the thing is that these gas masks were... You had to actually put them on first. So what they do is they would send out the sneeze gas, so while you're trying to get on your gas mask, it would get into your nose, and then you just have issues because it would be trapped in
Try
your mask.
sneezing and putting on a gas mask. It's kind of hard.
And also, you don't want to keep that mask on, because you don't have anywhere to breathe or sneeze or anything.
And you look like an elephant.
That too. But at least you were an alive elephant, kind of.
Yeah.
And then, next one would be the lung gases. Chlorine gas. Yeah. Another bad way to have to live. It wouldn't make you sick. Not as sick as the other ones might make you. But your lungs are gonna burn. So you're in a trench.
Yeah.
You're getting sick anyways. You're stuck in that trench still. You're trying to stay alive, and woo! Now you can't breathe. Yeah.
Awesome.
Ugh.
Asthma. Okay.
Yeah, imagine having asthma, except a lot more. And it wouldn't be pretty.
So finally, last but not least, actually the worst, is
the very worst.
mustard gas.
Doom, doom, doom.
Sounds good. Sounds like you want to put it on your hot dog or something, but no.
Sounds yummy.
not a good guess, because it never healed you. It made you sore, and the sores would never go away, and it really had long-term effects, and it also, sometimes it led to death.
You would die. If you had mustard gas in your system, you were gonna die.
Yeah. And unfortunately, we didn't really want to use this on our enemy because we thought it was really unfair. But
No.
obviously, Germany, I'm German, but it's awkward. But anyway,
No.
Germany, you had to go use this on us, and, why? It's unfair. No.
Well, the thing is, we also used it too, so we can't really say anything. And
Yeah.
it was
They
more...
started it.
Yes, but that doesn't make our actions any better. So, gassing was bad, but it was used a lot more. It was kind of the beginnings of chemical warfare. Yeah. So pretty much this is our video on medicine during